This right here is the Gevi 20-bar espresso machine. And inside today's video, we are checking out the combo pack with the coffee machine and the burr grinder. This two-piece set comes with multiple different features, including 35 different settings on the burr grinder and multiple different accessories that come with the espresso machine, including things like espresso glasses, a tamper, a milk frothing pitcher, and of course, a portafilter basket. We'll be testing out this two-piece set, taking a look at all of the features and accessories, and by the end of the video, you're gonna know whether or not it's right for you. Before we dive deeper, I must say that I was sent this to review inside this video. However, all of my thoughts and opinions are my own, and with that being said, let's see what comes inside of the box. Starting with the burr grinder, we get a couple of different accessories like this shield here for when you fill up your portafilter, a plastic container so you could use this to ground coffee beans for either drip coffee or French press, and of course, a user manual. On the other hand, we get quite a bit more accessories with the espresso machine itself. Starting with a really solid metal tamper with a wooden top, 2 espresso glasses, a scooper with a plastic tamper on the back, a milk frothing pitcher for doing latte art, and then finally the manual. All in all, I was surprised with how many accessories came with this set, and I'm excited to try them all out. When using the burr grinder, there's a couple of cool features that make it very simple to operate. First off, you're just going to twist this plastic piece here at the top. You'll see a little arrow. That's going to be pointing to the grind size. If you want espresso, you're going to be wanting to go to the left between numbers 1 and 15. Up top here, the lid has a couple of scoopers that are built in, which I thought was pretty cool. Then we have 3 different buttons here. We have cups, where you can choose how many cups you want to make. That's going to be helpful when doing drip coffee. You have your start and stop button, and then over here you have your timer button. You can choose anywhere between 1 and 60 seconds. That setting right there is going to be very helpful when you're actually grinding your espresso beans. When it comes to the espresso machine, you're going to have your pressure gauge here in the front. You'll have your frother along with the frother settings here at the top. And of course, the water tank is going to be in the back. And on the very top of the machine, you have a helpful tip section, as well as a power button, 2 different espresso buttons, and a frothing button. And that's basically all there is to this machine. It's very simple to operate. Now that we know a little bit about these 2 machines, let's go ahead and make some espresso. First things first, we'll go ahead and put some water in the back of the machine and put some beans inside of the grinder. For this example, I'm going to grind the beans on, let's say 10, which is going to be pretty close to the middle of the espresso setting. Then because the manual says to use 2 scoops of this scooper for a double cup, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the plastic container here, open it up, slide it underneath until it clicks into place, and then we'll grind for about 15 seconds using the timer option, and I'll click start. Once it finished, it beeped, and honestly, it really wasn't that loud. I was expecting it to be much louder, but for this combination of grinder and espresso machine, you can expect it to not be that loud. There are 2 different size baskets. We're going to be testing out the double cup, which is 2 scoops. So I'll go ahead and remove this lid here, take our scooper, we'll get 1 scoop of the grounds, and then we'll pour it into our basket. And we'll go ahead and do that one more time. Now I can take the tamper here and just press down firmly, and this is what the final result looks like. It's right below that max line. Now this is going to be very beginner friendly. You don't have to measure this out in grams. You simply just add the grounds to the basket, tamp it down, and we should be ready to go. Because this is a double cup, we'll go ahead and set both of these espresso glasses down here in the spots that they are supposed to be. Next, we take our basket, making sure to line up that groove in this groove right here on the portafilter. Then we twist it to lock it into place. We have 2 different spouts on this portafilter. I'm hoping that they will hit both of those espresso glasses. Next, we lock the portafilter into place. First, we click on the power button to turn it on. You'll notice that we have the single cup button and the double cup button. We'll go ahead and click on the double cup button. The machine will start building up some pressure, and we should have coffee relatively soon, and there we go. It's looking like we're getting nice, rich crema right off the bat. I could have done a little bit better job of lining up these glasses, but nonetheless, looks like we have a solid amount of crema here at the top, and that looks like a very rich tasting espresso, even for someone who is a beginner just like me. Now that we've made some espresso, it's time to check out the milk frother. So I'll go ahead and pour some milk into the pitcher, and next we'll turn on the machine once more. This time we're going to be clicking on the steam button. Once it stops flashing, we know that the water is heated and we're ready to use it. I'll first want to flush out the wand. In order to do that, we'll be using this little dial here. I will turn it on, flush out the water until we get steam. And there we have it, we have steam. Now we'll go ahead, insert the wand into the milk, and turn the steam back on. And there we have it. The end result is some nice frothed milk. Now that I've tested out both the espresso and the frother, I can confidently say that this is a great set for beginners like me. Gevi really does take away a lot of the hurdles when it comes to making espresso, and this machine and bean grinder combo is pretty great in my opinion. Sure, it's not going to be as nice as some of those expensive machines out there. However, it is well reviewed on Amazon, and the process of making an espresso with this set is very simple. So if you're looking to get into espresso making, I highly recommend checking out this set. I will go ahead and leave a link down below this video inside the description if you're interested in checking it out. Thank you so much for watching this video review, and I hope that it helped.